Hello, welcome back to the stream. The stream has taken a little bit of a hiatus. We haven't streamed for 7 days, but things are busy at the beginning of academic year, so that's why we took a little break there, but we're back. We're back and we're here. Welcome everyone. So a few announcements. Hello, Nell. A few announcements before we get going into pencil puzzles. First of all, in 3 days, Grockles is going to be interviewed. Hello, Eli. Oh, that was weird. Apparently I don't know how to sip from a glass. The other announcements are that I published 2 puzzles while we were in a hiatus. I didn't make them while I was on a hiatus. I was actually busy, but there's this one called Friendly Ropes. It's 4 stars, it has 100% on Logic Master Germany. It's a friendly deconstruction puzzle, pretty fun. And then there's these 2 to 3 star Killer Sudoku, Pure Killer Sudoku. I love Pure Killer Sudoku. I think it's a pretty cool setup, but hello Naverio, hello David Ratner. And yes, as Naverio mentions, the Grockles interview will be definitely very fun. The other announcement that I have, other than those, is that there has been a new puzzle pack released by the Sudoku Skunkworks. And I know this isn't something that I'm directly involved with, but I know those guys and I trust them and I value all their great work. Hello, Math Pesto. So if you want to solve some entropy puzzles, then go over to the link in the description and solve this pack. I haven't solved it myself personally, but I can vouch for the character of the many setters involved with it. So if you're looking for something fun to do, that's definitely something that can take your attention. All right, and with all that said, we can get into pencil puzzles. No, Tall Cat. There is no height limit for the for the roller coaster. Any tall cats are allowed to ride on the roller coaster for sure. Okay, so we're starting with this roller coaster Fillomino. So we have standard Fillomino rules. It's by Jesper, and it's number 2. It's the 9x9. The other one is, I think, 7x7. Let's reset the timer there. Okay, so standard... Hello, Doomdiat. Welcome. Standard Fillomino rules apply. Actually, I should mention that it is 8:30 my time, so it's quite early in the morning. So if my eyes look like they're like sort of glazed over at any point, that's why. That's why. I promise I didn't, like, I don't know, shoot up something before stream. It's just my eyes are still waking up, I guess. Okay, so standard Fillomino rules apply. Divide the grid into orthogonally connected regions. So, for example, well, these ones are all given, but if I had a region like that, which all these were different, then this would be a region of size 2. Sorry, this one would be a region of size 2. Each square must contain a number equal to the number of squares in its region. No 2 regions of the same size may share an edge. And that should be pretty obvious, because if for example, I had a region of size 2, which touched a region of size 2, then this would be the case. And can you really say that's a region of size 2 anymore? Because they're all 2s. So shouldn't this just be one region of size 4? So that's basically what standard Fillomino means, is that you can't have that ambiguity. You need to separate regions of the same size. Okay, so now there's another part to this, which says, I think that's the roller coaster part of the rules. I've never solved a roller coaster puzzle before, but maybe it's not the roller coaster rule set. I don't know what a roller coaster rule set is anyways. Hello, Peter Venus. Uh, okay, so it says also draw a single closed loop passing through some squares in the grid. So we don't have to use all the squares, we can just use some of it. And a closed loop just means something like that. I think we are going through centers of cells. Let me just double check with an example puzzle here that Jesper posted. Yes, we're going through centers of cells. I'm just double checking for my sanity. Okay, so we're drawing a closed loop passing through some squares of the grid. The loop connects the centers of orthogonally adjacent cells. It just says that. I don't even want, I had to check, but I should have just read. And may never branch off or intersect itself. So it means that we can draw a closed loop like this, but we couldn't draw something like that because it intersects itself here. And we couldn't draw something like that because it branches off. And we definitely can't, yeah, we can't branch at all. It has to be a simple loop, only, yeah, 4 to 5? Yeah, 4 to 5, 100% on LMD. But this is the first puzzle we're starting with, so hopefully it's not, so hopefully it doesn't take the whole string. Consider a loop segment as all the squares on a straight part of the loop. From one loop turn to the next, inclusive. So if I have a loop that looks like this, then this set of connections is a loop segment, I think. And then this set of segments is also a loop segment because it's from one turn to the next. So this is also a loop segment. This would also be a loop segment. This would also be a loop segment. This would also be a loop segment, etc., etc. Okay, so, and then it says, clues left of the grid show the sum of digits on horizontal loop segments in the corresponding row in the right order. So it's a lot like Japanese sums. Clues above the grid show the sum of digits on vertical loop segments in the corresponding column in the right order. All outside clues are given, so there's not any, well, that's a pretty funny statement. All outside clues are given, but they're given as sort of fake totals here. A dot stands for any digit 0 to 9. A 2-digit number cannot start with 0. So these double dots represent, hello Ambrose, represent like 10 or 18 or 25 or something like that. But the single dots represent a single number. Oh, which makes me very curious about this column. How does the Fillomino relate to the, oh, the sums? That's how it relates to the loop stuff. Okay, so there's a lot of things going on. So let's look at an example. Let me just check if, okay, so let me go back to this screen. And we're just gonna do that. Okay. Maybe that. I'll just do this. So in this example, you can see that this 15, 11, and 16 are represented by this 7-8 horizontal loop segment here, this 8-3 loop segment here, and this 8-8 loop segment here. So it's not like Sudoku. We can repeat digits in columns and rows, and we have to, of course, to make these Fillomino shapes. But it's like Japanese sum Sudoku, where the certain segments or groups of cells have to sum to things outside the grid, and they're ordered. So these cells sum to 7, these cells sum to 12, and those are ordered. So we can't get anything from the secret, of course, but we can try to figure this out based on logic. Yes, the example is much clearer than the explanation. I was always going to do the example. Okay, so let's figure out what we need. So we're going to need a line normal. We're going to need a surface, and we're going to need a number normal, I think. I don't know if we need anything else, but if we do, we can always get it. I'm just setting up my penpa so I can sort of tab between the options. As you can see, it popped down into the rules for a second. This little tab button. Yeah, the picture says like 1,000 words. Yeah. Okay, so let's try to start this then. I'll reset the time. And we'll try to start this. Okay, so I think we should look for a bunch. So either very low things in rows and columns or very high things in rows and columns. Yeah, exactly. There's no rules on the loop other than it must obey the sums outside, and that sort of intersects with the Fillomino. So I don't think roller coaster is a rule set. It's just sort of what he calls whatever this Japanese sum loop Fillomino combination is, which is kind of a funny idea, I guess. So I'm noticing this column can't have a whole bunch of vertical segments in it because we only have a single digit clue. I guess I could also turn on edge here so I can sort of maybe I'll edge. Oh, that's line. I turned on edge, but I didn't go to edge. Maybe I'll edge these, and I'll draw my loop in red. So I'll edge these just to feel like I'm making some progress here. I'll also use some colors. I don't know if I'll color the ones because those are fine, but so I'm not sure if we should think about this column where it has not a lot of loop segments in it for vertical loop segments, or maybe we should think about like columns like this one where it has 4 two-digit totals. So presumably the totals in like the numbers that are in here have to be pretty high. Oh, you know what else we know? So it's weird because the values in each of these cells can be very high, right? Like you could have a region, a Fillomino region that was 18 cells large, but I don't think you can, because if you look, well, at least not everywhere, because if you look at this column, or sorry, this row and this column, and let me see if there's any other ones. Well, I guess this one as well. Those are all single digit totals. And those are only for the horizontal loop segments, but still, it would be very tough to sort of wiggle a region that was a very large size through those single digit regions, or those single digit columns, especially this one, which is right in the middle. Hello, Kogisho. Loop minus roller coaster equals relationship? I don't know what that means. But okay, how do we think about this? Because there's got to be some like good way to think about it, right? So there's a bunch of 20-some numbers. So how many cells do we have? This is a 9 by 9, I think. So a 9 by 9 has 81 cells. And it also says all the regions of size 1 are given. So we couldn't have another random region of size 1. I wonder if that has to do with counting. The bottom row has 1 degree of freedom where the loops can get in and out. Therefore, the 2 must have at least 4 to include 1 in it. And the dot must be 2 cells to get in and out. Okay, I'm trying to parse that. So this has 3 different sums in it. 1 degree of freedom where the loops can get in and out. So if I try to duck in, duck in, duck in, Right. I think he's saying it's hard for me to understand because, well, I know that these two cells and these two cells belong to the same Fillomino for sure because they can't be one and they need to grow. That's one thing we could do. There are 2 degrees of freedom in row 9? Oh, okay, so the thing he said isn't correct completely. Great. Oh, dash, not minus, gotcha. Is there a size cap on regions though? I don't think so. I mean, 81 minus 4 is the size cap, I guess. I mean, the size cap on regions, can we sort of figure that out? I mean, is it really possible to have a 30-some region in here that doesn't hit like this column in a vertical segment? 20, okay, so can we make the argument that this has to be 4 cells corresponding to the 20? I'm finding it hard to like evaluate what sort of values these could have. Well, obviously this has to go up, right? When it comes to the corner, it has to go up. If we were to make this thing, it would have to go up. And this total right here, the bottom total, is a single-digit total. So 2 times the number that's right here has to be less than 10. So this number can't be super big. Furthermore, these 2 numbers don't really have very much a restriction on them, but I guess if we look at this one and we say, well, that's 4 at most because it would have to go up. So then 4 plus 1. And could we make a region that's... Oh, also the dots can't be 0. Oh, can't start with 0. Sorry, can't start with 0. So can we make a region... Can we make some here that is 15? Like, I don't see why not. We could just have like a 7 and an 8. And those wouldn't be like massive regions, you know? Hello, dad jokes. How do you make 7 even? You take away the S. Oh, God. That's horrible. Oh, morning, Derek. Okay. So maybe that's not where we start. Maybe we look at this column and this row, perhaps. Oh, someone's cranky in the morning. This kitty is cranky in the morning. Maybe it wasn't smart to start with this Fillomino in the morning hours. Okay, so let's think about... This column seems to be the most restricted to me. How do we make 4... Well, can't you just... Well, oh, Each of the vertical or horizontal segments has to be at least 2 cells. So every single of these single-digit ones has to be at least 2 cells, which is interesting. So they can't even be double 5, for example. Pretty sure it's column 1. Okay. Yeah, column 1 is definitely very interesting in terms of these segments that have to go out. So let's think about this bit here, this top bit, because we know that this is the sum of 11. So if it was just 2 cells, just a 2-cell segment, and we knew they were equal, that's not 11 because 2 cells don't add, or 2x is not 11. It's not an even number. So it would have to be at least 3 cells if it took these 2 cells. And then it could be a range of things, I guess. I mean, it could be lots of things, I guess. But each part has to be at least 2 cells, because so fitting just 4 sums into this column, right? And just trying to do this, right? Maximizing the way we can do 4 sums, we don't have much room. There's only one cell which we could take an extra with, right? So that actually makes me think, what about this one? Because we have to make 2-digit numbers in the entire column, but we can only take these horizontal sequences. Like 4, we can take 4 at most. Oh, that's really interesting. Okay, so I'm not sure what to do with it, but it's really interesting. Okay, so what? I guess that also applies in this row, but in the other way, because all of these numbers in this row have to be 4 or less, don't they? Well, one of them can be greater than 4. One of these cells can be greater than, oh no, they could be, if you pair, it doesn't have to be double that. It could just be, like you could have a 6 here and a 3 here, for example, and then add a line between them, and that would be 9, right? The extra in column 1 has to be at the top because 11 is odd and the top 2 cells have to be the same number. That's so beautiful. I got both parts to that, but I didn't put them together. Thank you so much, Eileen, or Eline. I'm not sure how you want me to pronounce your name, but thank you so much. That is a great spot. So this has to be the 3 segments, which means that this has to be 2, this has to be 2, this has to be 2, and these all have to come out because they can't connect to each other. They all have to be independent horizontal segments. Remember, we don't have to take all the cells with the loop. That's an important thing to remember, is we don't have to take all the cells with the loop. Although only one of the segments, only one of these in column 2 is allowed to turn up. And actually, none of these are allowed to connect to each other. We can sort of add a little helper X in each of these spots to say we're not allowed to connect these. So specifically this bottom one has to extend here because it has nowhere else to go. Yeah, row 9 segment has to grow for multiple reasons, the 20, the 1, etc., etc. And now we actually know that that this one is 2, 3, or 4 because it has to be at least doubled and be a single-digit number. At least doubled. Well, it is doubled, and it's a single-digit number. So this one is actually, the clue here would be a 4, 6, or 8. But I don't know if it really matters to put in those values, so I'm not actually going to do that. But row 2 is now fixed as well. Oh, interesting. So row 2, yes. So this vertical segment here has fixed the fact that all of these need to be horizontal segments because we have 4 segments. So now the vertical segment in column 2 needs to be from this row 2 one because this row 2 one has nowhere else it could go anyways. So we can actually add helper X's into all of these parts because we could never have the path doing that, for example. That would branch. So this either does that or it does that. It has no other option. It can't do that. So it either does that or that. And that has to be a single-digit number, whatever it does. So if it went up, it could be as big as 8. But yeah, okay. So let's think about this 11 because 11 is not divisible by 3, which means blue cannot go here. So this cannot be blue. So this is a different color. Let's say red. And it can't be 1, so it needs to grow. So this is at least 2, adding to well, I guess if this is 3, how do we make 11? We have to make 11 with 2x plus y. So 2 and 7 would work. 3 and 5. 4 and 3. 5 and 1, but 5 and 1 doesn't work. So actually the top cell here has to be the same idea, 2, 3, or 4. And this one will have to be 7, what did I say, 7, 5, or 3? Is that right? Yeah. Why does the top line in column 1 have to take the corner? Why does the top line Oh, you're saying it could do this? Yeah, See, if we had fixed this one first, then we would know that it didn't do that because 3 cells here plus this 11 glue is never going to work together. But why doesn't it do that? It's a great question. Well, we definitely know that column 1 is fixed because either the 11 doesn't take this cell or it does. And either way, that's the extra degree of freedom for the 11. Now I'm just trying to justify this because I hope that will allow us to continue, but maybe Elaine is right and I actually can't justify that does that. It feels like it should because then it fixes row 2, like Peter said, but finding it hard to justify that. Because I was just about to extend all of these, but now we can't because we don't actually know that these are x's. How do we justify that this does that instead of this? So this did that, then this cell plus this one would have to add to 11, but these 3 cells, because this can't go down, oh, it could go up though. But then we would still have these x's. Could it go this way? Could you do... Yeah, you could do 2 plus 9 in the column, and then 2 times 3 equals 6, for example. Or even 3 times 3 equals 9 plus an 8 in the column. Crap. That's not good. That means we have to undo all of this progress. Well, except for that one. And all of these actually are true as well. And we don't know these candidates just yet. And we don't even know that this is... Oh, we do know that this is red, because it can't be blue even if it's just 2 cells, because that would still be 2x. And we know it's not 3x because 11 is not divisible by 3, of course. Okay. So what do we do then? So maybe we look at the bottom here. Look at the bottom. This is 2, 3, or 4 plus 1 plus a single digit number. And it feels very unlikely that a single digit number is going to be a 15, 16, or 17. But it could be. Doomdiat was saying that this has to be 4 cells before that the red line would have to extend. But I'm not sure if I'm convinced of that, because why can't this just be a 15, 16, or 17? Or higher, of course. I guess just 15 or higher. So we've been doing this for 20 minutes, and we don't have very much progress, but maybe we can look at sort of the clues that we now have, because we have a bunch of things in the rows. So this one has to be at least 20, but again, we don't really know very much about what the Fillomino is here. This one has to be a 2-digit number. Again, we don't know much about the Fillomino. Here, this has to be a 2-digit number. So this has to be, unless this extends, this could be useful, but I don't know. Maybe it's not useful. Oh, this one, that one can't extend very far. It can't extend 4 cells. Oh, no, it could. 4 times 2, yeah, that's 8. Oh, wait, 4 times 2, that doesn't work. 4 segments of 2 linked together, that probably doesn't work. Okay, so if this comes this way, is there something about we have to use the extra in this row? I don't think so. I think it's free then. I keep waiting for Elaine to be like, oh no, I'm wrong, because you can actually do this. But I can't see what you can actually do to force it to go up, because it feels like it should go up. Okay, so wait, the thing you said about cells that have to be 1 digit is really useful, I think. Column 2 makes everything in column 1 a single digit number 2. Why does column 2's dot doesn't have to apply to all of the segments, only the vertical ones, right? So why does that make it single digit in column 1? Because if column 1 had a double digit number, that region couldn't fit in. Oh, I see what you mean. So if, oh wait, do I see what you mean? Okay, what does MNasty say? Hi, MNasty and RockRat0, hello. Can you argue against the column 1 only being too long by thinking about how to add up to 11 and then the numbers being too big going to the right? We already thought about that and it doesn't work. We could do 2 plus 9 or 3 plus 8 or something like that. Or we could even have a different Fillomino right here if this was a 2. So it's very variable. So let's think about what Elaine is saying about 2-digit numbers in column 1. So can the numbers, the Fillomino values in column 1, be 2-digit numbers? Well, I know that the bottom one can't be a 2-digit number, and the top one can't be a 2-digit number no matter what it does. If it does that, it can't be a 2-digit number, and if it does that, it can't be a 2-digit number. So it's not a 2-digit number. We know that this one corresponds with a 1-digit number, so it can't be a 2-digit number. That's a 1. This one, I don't know about that. Although we do know some things about this value has to be has to be less than 8 or less. So I guess we don't know anything about that. If column 1 only had one region that contained double digits, the region would have to be very big because the numbers are as big as the region. Yeah, but Elaine, if it extends into column 2, that doesn't mean that it has to correspond to this single digit clue, because only the vertical segments in column 2 correspond to that sum. So there could be a big number that goes into column 2, but it wouldn't need to correspond to that dot. No worries. I thought you might have had a different idea, but the line in segment, doesn't the line segment in row 7, which is this one, need to extend one more because of the 2 clue? You would think it does. Oh, no, I don't think it does, because this needs to be a big number, right? So this could be a big number, because this also needs to be a big number. It could be double 10, yeah, that's what I was thinking, or something even bigger. So annoying. Okay. Maybe we think about this one, because this one corresponds to a double-digit number, but has to be 8 or less. But it could just have, like, it could be like an 8 and then have like a 25 here. It's just, oh, we don't know anything. Oh, I feel like we don't know anything. We probably know a lot more than we think we know. Okay, what about row 1 and row 9? What were you saying about, yeah, it's not even the digits 1 to 9. Yeah. We know that they're capped below 81. That's for sure. Actually, not even 81. We can go as low as 77. They can't. Yeah, that's very helpful. Well, actually, we do know some regions, so it's more like 70, around 70. That's probably a cap. I don't think you'll get a region bigger than 70. Okay, so Doomdia, what were you saying about row 9, wait, row 9 is actually kind of useful now that we know that this extends. No, not that useful, because how many times can we go in and out in this row? Okay. Yeah, Sudoku rules, okay. Yeah. It's hard to think without Sudoku. Okay, so let's try to disprove this top right corner not doing this. So let's try to disprove this not existing. If this goes here, and doesn't extend up, because if it didn't extend up, then we could add x's here and we could extend all of these, and that would be very useful. So if this doesn't go up, then it's like this, which means that we can't bring a loop in here. So what's the minimum? We still have 1 degree of freedom up there. You know what? We're also fairly limited in this column with our vertical loop segments. We can only make 2 vertical loop segments. But we're gonna have a bunch of things coming into this column. So we're gonna want to make more than 2, but we can only make 2. Like, a bunch of these are gonna have to extend again. Huh. row 9, column 3 is another Fillomino because it's not green, because that's max 4, right? Okay, so that is another Fillomino. I don't know how useful that is, but that's definitely true. And it's at least, it could be 15, or higher, or lower, or anything in between. Now, I'm very skeptical if this can continue for too long. Because that would force this out, and then we would have to do that. Because you can't close the loop, of course, which is why we have these x's over here. So I think this segment has to take a vertical segment either here or here. I feel like I'm fairly certain on that, because if it comes over here, then this would come over here, and then you'll have to do that, which I don't know, is that even broken? Yes, because you can't make this. No, you can actually make that work. 2 times 3 plus 3 is 9. Ah, it's just enough. Oh my word, you can do you can do a 4-cell loop segment and then add up to a single digit total, because you can do 2, 3, double 2 with a 3 breaking them. Oh, it's so annoying. I'm losing my mind on this. It's probably because I'm doing it way too early in the day. One of blue or red would have to be big. In what case are you discussing, M. Nasty? Hello, Jovial, please help us. We're stuck. We thought that this went up like that, and then we could fix row 2 like that, but actually this could just turn. Oh, yes. Well, it's more loop right now than Fillomino, if that helps. If this was 3 cells long, like this could just be like 3 and 8. And then this could be double 3, 2 or something. And that would be fine. If yellow doesn't extend right, then it has to be 15 to make the 20 dot clue work. And then it wouldn't be able to go into column 3 because of all the dot clues. That's true. Well, see, the thing is, it could go into column 3 and then just not go on any vertical columns. Column 3 would be 8 plus 8 minimum. Row 3. Oh, this has to be low, because this is already 2 times x. Oh, that's a good point, M. Nasty, actually. Let's mark that, because this has to be 2 or less. Just like this one had to be 2 or less because of this. Because of this one, this has to be 2 or less. So if this one has to be 2 or less, and this turned like that, that doesn't work, because if this turns like that, we know that this one plus this one equals 11. So if this is 2 or less, this has to be 9, 8, or 7. But 9, 8, or 7 would need more cells this way. But 9, 8, or 7 times 2 or 3 is going to be way too big. Yeah, all regions of one size are given. So that means that we know, since we do know that this is 2, 3, or 4, we do know that this goes up, and then we can do this whole thing that we did before. Oh, okay, thank you, Amnesty, for pushing me to continue that. And we'll get rid of these x's, and we'll put in these x's instead. We know all that because of many things we have said in the past. Yeah. I hope everyone understood why this has to turn up because of many things. But before when we had this and this, we knew that this one was 2, 3, 4, and this one was, what was it, 7, 5, and 3. So now it can't be 7 or 5, so it needs to be 3, and this one needs to be 4, because 8 plus 3 is 11. So this is 4. This comes out to here at least, and ends, actually. This 3 continues. Yes, progress. Could continue again, because this could be 9. Frustrating. I'm not actually frustrated. I'm loving this, actually. So, okay, I'm not going to put these edges in because it's really confusing because the line can go through the edges. So I'm just going to use colors. Yeah, I don't like that, actually, because I keep thinking, oh, there's an edge here. I can't put a line there. Yeah, okay, so we're not going to do that. We're definitely not going to do that. One of these two has to extend. So how is column 2 satisfied? It's either this or that, which is why I extended all of these. But I don't, it could be 7 or it could be 5, right? Either of those are okay. I'm going to color all the ones light gray to never use light gray again. No, yeah, that's why I removed the borders, is because it was confusing me as well. Yeah. Same brain. Oh, but now this cell right here, this one, is this clue. And that's 3 cells at least, so all of these digits have to be 2 or less. We already know that one's 2 or less, but we don't know these ones are 2 or less. This has another segment, so this can't be 15 anymore. Could it go up? Well, like, could go up. I was thinking it can't go up because of the loop, but this is so confusing. Well, if it doesn't go up, if this one doesn't go up, then we know that this is forced. And we figured out that this could be a 2, 3, double 2 to satisfy the 1 clue. But is there a reason why that's not okay? I don't know. I have no idea. I have no idea. Okay. This is a really cool puzzle already. It's really hard for me, though. I don't know if... Oh, well, we know that none of these connect to each other. I'm going to put in those little helper X's just to help me. Because now we know that there are vertical segments in all of these places. Oh, we know this can't branch. Oh, wait, that doesn't fix anything. If we do that, we could still do that with a degree of freedom. But if we went down, that would take the degree of freedom. That's what I was thinking, but it doesn't quite work. It's really hard for all of us, yeah. Doesn't row 1 need to keep going? It does need to keep going. You're right, because this is double digit, but this only sums to 5. So if that went down, that would only sum to 5, and that wouldn't be a single total. That would be a single dot, not 2. So this needs to keep going. This goes down, which means we've gotten that this is 7, but it doesn't really matter. But now what do we know? We know, well, we definitely know that this is a new Fillomino, and it goes to at least there. What else do we know? We know this has to continue because it can't go down and form a closed loop by itself. So that's 4 cells, and it's 5 plus these 2 cells equals a 2-digit number. So that those 2 cells could be almost anything. But this can't go there because there's an X there. So this has to go down, taking one of these vertical loop segments. Ooh, this is getting exciting. And this is a 2-digit number. So either this is 6 or more, or it takes another cell downwards. Now I'm leaning towards it taking another cell downwards, but I'm not 100% sure what it does. Okay. So have we figured anything else out about row 9? Nope. At least I haven't. What about... Oh, wait, I didn't even notice. So there's four clues in column... What the heck is this? Column 6, and there's 4 clues in column 7. That seems very suspicious. Wait. Can both of these go up? That is a question. Can both of those go up? Maybe it could. I think it maybe could. It's annoying. I was thinking if both of them couldn't go up, one of them had to go down, which would take the degree of freedom for its column. But I don't think we know that both of them can't go up, because I think it could satisfy the row. Okay, so where are we looking now? We're looking... Wait a second. This row has 4 clues. So we need to do that. And these can't connect to each other. So these are all X's, which means that this one doesn't have anywhere to go. It needs to go down, which creates the second vertical segment in this column, which means that this right here is an X, which means this has to continue, which means this has to continue, which forces this row. This can't continue again because, or can it? If it continues again, no, then if it continued again, then this has to continue, and it can't. This has to go up. We can add X's into these cells, so we can remember that. This has to go up, this has to go up, this has to go up, this has to go up. There's only one more horizontal segment in this row. This can't connect and close the loop, so it has to go up. This has nowhere to go except for there. This is very exciting. That takes the degree of freedom in column 6. Column 6 and column 7 are very much affected by this because we can only have one vertical or horizontal segment in here, so we can't have both of these doing that. So one of these has to go up, and the one that goes up takes the degree of freedom in column 6 or 7. I don't know if we know which one, though. Just one second. Someone is... Okay. Do we know which one? Oh, I don't think we know which one. Row... Yeah, this one has to go up. For sure, for sure. There's only one more horizontal loop segment in this row. We can get rid of some of these x's, actually. So we have one of the vertical segments in this column, and this has to be a 2-digit number. This one right here, that ends in 5. Oh, wait, this is a 4-segment, 1-cell sum. Is there only one way to do that? I know we did 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 3, but is there another way to do that? That's 9. And isn't that the minimum? Because we're using 3 of 2, and we need to separate that with something, and we separate it by the absolute minimum 3. So I think that's the only way to do that. And the 3 needs to separate the 2's, so the 3 can't go at the end here, so this actually can't be a 3, so it must be a 2. So that's done. And the 2 can't be next to the other 2, so this actually has to be a 3. And that means that we can just place the other 2's. Wow, okay. What? Okay. What? What even is this puzzle? This yellow one is not 2, and it's not 1, so it needs to be at least 3. So 1 plus 2 plus 3 times x is 20-something. Well, that's only 3, so we need this to be at least 17. We need it to be at least 17, so it's at least a 6. But I guess it could be like a really big number. Oh wait, no, it can't be a really big number, because right here, this is a single-digit number. The sum of these two, and this is in that sum. So if this cell, including this, that's included in this yellow pentomino, or Fillomino, was a double-digit number, then this clue would be a double-digit number. So this needs to be, yeah, 6, 7, or 8, like Jimbiat says. Well, actually, if this was a 9, then we'd have to use a 1 here, and all 1s are given. So yeah, we could rule that out without doing a lot of math on this. But 8 times 3 plus 3 is less than 30. Yeah. Okay. So it's 6. Oh, it can't be 8, because then this would need to be a 2. And it can't be 7, because then this would need to be a 2. So it's a 6. Yes, you're totally right, Derek, because this can't be a 2. This needs to be at least a 3. And yellow needs to continue because it can't go up directly, because that would mean it's 12. So this is a 6 as well. This is a different color. Let's do pink. And that can't be a 2. So it needs to be at least a 3, and it can't be higher than a 3. So it is a 3. What? This puzzle is insane. And the loop can't go up. Because if the loop went up, we would add something to 3. We add something to 9, and 9 is the maximum we can do for a single digit total. So this needs to go there, and that takes the two horizontal sums in this row. So these both have to go up. This one has to go up. This takes the degree of freedom in its column. So all of those need to be forced like that. We can't have these connecting to each other at all. Probably get rid of those two because they're, and these two, because they're pretty irrelevant. It's pretty obvious that you can't join those cells because that would make a branch. Okay, so what do we do now? I'm so excited. We're making progress. What do we do now? More Fillomino? Well, we know this one can't be a 3 because this is a double-digit number. And double 3 is only 6, so the 3 has to go up. That's for sure. These 3's can't touch each other. But that just means they can't both go in, which is pretty unrestricted. But this needs to be a double-digit number. This needs to be a double-digit number that ends in 5. What the heck? What can this be? This needs to be a really big number. That's at least 13. Wait, what? This is at least 13. Okay. I wasn't expecting that. So, let's do that maybe orange? I don't know. Green might touch that green because it's 13. Top loop in the top right corner is forced. Finding that hard to visualize. If this goes up, yeah, I'm finding that really hard to visualize. Well, I know they can't both go up, obviously, but I feel like it can do a lot of things. 13 can't go, oh, 13 can't go left, because if 13 went here, that wouldn't be 20 something, that would be, because this is 3 plus 3 plus 3 is 9, plus the 20 here would be 29, which you say is fine, it's 20 something, but we have to add this cell, which is at least a 3 or a 4 maybe. So 13 can't go that way, it needs to go up. This is minimum 13, by the way. It could be, well, it's probably 13. It's either 13 or it's 23 or 33. So I think it's probably 13, but I don't know. Could be something else. Oh no, it can't be 23. Because 23, these are 3, 4 at minimum. That's going to be 10 plus 23 is more than 20. So this actually can't be, this is 13. Okay, so I'll put that in as a normal number then. Oh, I can't put it in. Oh, yes, I can. So this is 13. Cool. That is cool that we can actually determine that. So this can't go up because this is a single digit number. Okay. I'm going to add just an edge here. This is for the Fillomino, not for the loop. 13 can go to the left, but not very much, I don't think. Actually, it could go a little bit more. Yeah, maybe it could. Yeah. Doesn't row 6, column 1, have to be 7 because of the .1 clue? It doesn't have to be, so we could do something other than these 3 in a row. Yeah. Yeah, it's a Fillomino loop plus a 13 snake. Okay, so what else do we do? We know there's 2 more loop vertical segments in this column. We know that this one, and this one all sum to 2-digit numbers, which is interesting for this one, because this one has to be a 1-digit number at most. Oh no, it could just go, no, it can't go straight. It needs to turn up or down. Wait, this one needs to turn up or down too. So we actually know approximately where these are placed. Maybe we should sort of gray the ones we've done. Well, actually, that's very subjective whether we've done them or not. But we do know that these two parts go up or down, so those are these two sums. So nothing else can be a vertical segment in this column, but I don't know how far they extend is the problem. Okay, so I guess the same is true in this column. Because these two can't go this way, so they need to go up or down. So these two are the two vertical segments in this column and in this column. Huh. I'm not sure what to do with that, but it's a thing, it exists. Let's look at this 6 again, because 6 could go to the right once. But if it did go to the right, it couldn't go up because that's a 10, but it could go left if that's low enough. I was trying to force it up, but I don't think we can. So what else can we do? We know that there's a lot of vertical segments in this column. We haven't quite located them, but we know there is a lot of them. Can we do something with that? The 13 can't go back, can't go into column 4 at all. Go back into column 4. Could it go into column 4 and not be on a vertical segment? Could it be on a horizontal segment? I think it probably could be, right? You can place a cross between the bottom lines in column... Oh, that's right. Oh, wait, column 7. Oh, these ones. Yes, okay. This is a good point. Elaine is pointing out something that I probably should have done, but I didn't. Oh, I removed that one and that one because those are obvious, but this one is the most important one. Because now this has to turn either this, I'm on edge for some reason, either this way or this way. Oh, the same thing with the two things that have to go vertical in this column. Oh, wait, I didn't even think about whether these could connect, because that would mean that we could have another vertical thing. Okay, never mind. Never mind. Big boo-boo there. Row 7, column 8 can't go up because it would force a loop. Just to go up. That has to go that way. I'm not seeing it. Okay, it's very complicated. This rule set is very confusing. So let's think about this a bit. Where should we look? We know things. We know that these two cells here sum to a double-digit number. It's not very helpful. What was something we were looking at this row or something? This one maybe. This one is a single digit number in both ways. This one needs to sum to 10. Ah, it's so annoying that you can do double 2. We can build verticals in column 6. Can we? I mean, it could do that, or it could do that, and then have a degree of freedom down here, right? Or is there something else I'm not seeing? Column 6 bottom needs 4 or more at the top. 4 or more on top of 6. This one. But this already needs to be... This already needs to be at least... Oh, wait. Oh, Rock Rat, I don't think you saw this, but actually 6 can't go up. Because if 6 went up, that's cluing this one. But this is a double-digit number, not a single-digit number, which it would be if it was 6, because that would be 9, not 10 or higher. So actually 6 can't go this way. So 6 must go this way, and 6 can't go up here because that would mean this is 12 at least. So this 6 actually finishes. We're done with 6, which is kind of crazy. 6 and 6 go in. Row 6, column 8. Oh, you're right. You're right. This is not real. That's not real. Well, this is interesting. These two sum to 7. And this ends in 7. So the rest of this line has to be multiples of 10. So either this cell adds to 10, or we go up and it adds to 10 up here with this cell. This one right here has to be at least a 2, because there's all 1s given, and it can't be greater than 3 because it adds to a single digit total. So it's 2 or 3. But this is a 20-some number. Which doesn't tell us that much, I guess. It does sort of... This one needs to be at least a 7, 8, or because it could be higher than that, right? It could be like a 13. Is there somewhere where this 3 cannot go? Is that what we're supposed to look at? Is this hypothetical? If not, then row 9, column 9 is small. No, this is not hypothetical. The 6 cannot go up here because this needs to add to a double-digit number. Isn't the last column 7 clue? Yes, yes, yes. This needs to be double 2. You're right. Because these two cells need to add to 4, or yeah, so it is double 2. So this is double 2, which is cool. Oh, this is really cool. If this was a 2, what would this cell be? It can't be a 6, it can't be these 2s, it can't be a 1. So it is not a 2, it is a 3. And this cell has no fill other than 3. Because if it wasn't a 3, it would be a 1. And 1, there's all 1s given, and 2, it's next to 1. I was gonna say, yeah. Pink must go up? Are you sure? Oh, you're totally right. If pink went to the right now, it would close off this one because of the 2 clue. Oh, that's so cute. So then this would be a 1, which it can't be. So pink goes up. That's so cute, Rock Rat. Thank you. So now this is a Pentomino, which is at least 7, and it needs to go up. I'm going to change that to blue. Needs to go up. That 3 is done. This 13 now can't get out that way, which is very interesting. Don't know what to do with it. Although 13 must come to this cell. There's no way it doesn't. I'm just going to put a little 7 here to indicate that it's at least 7. Sometimes Pempa confuses me. Because it adds to a double-digit number with 3. Right here. Column 8's 7 dot has a 3 on it now, so it must extend 1, thank you, because this isn't 10 now. So this needs to extend at least 1, but this could just be a 7. But that means that this one can't go that way, so it needs to go this way. We can get rid of that x now, or not. I don't know what that x is from, maybe the edge? Okay, the x is staying. It will not remove for me for some reason. Okay, so the x is staying. Oh, wait. This is a single-digit total. Oh, that's huge. That is huge. Okay, so this is a single-digit total. These 2 cells or more need to add to a single-digit total. But the blue is at least 7 because of this segment summing to at least 10. So that means it has to be 7 because 2 plus 7 is 9, which is the absolute minimum or absolute maximum we could make that. So that is 7. Very cool. So this 7 is probably going to come over here and satisfy that one. So this one can't go that way, so it has to go up. This can't go up. And it can't go that way, so it has to go this way. This one now, oh no, it could go up. This one has to go up now. This one has to go up. We need another horizontal loop segment in this row. And that horizontal loop segment can't just be those 2 cells because, oh no, they can be those 2 cells because of that 10. Crap. I was thinking it had to take the 13 always, but it doesn't. Oh, wait. No, that's not true. I was thinking if this had to go there, then it would be in a corner and it'd have to go up, but then this would have to sum to at least 10 something and it would sum to more, but it doesn't actually sum to more. Based on the loop logic I mentioned before, row 6, column 8, can't go up. Yeah, we got that. The 1's digit is so different than giving the 10 digit. It's very neat. Row 6, column 8 must be... Oh, right. The cells sum to 10. Right, sorry. I completely forgot about that. There's so many things to remember. So this is a 7, which means it's probably the same 7 as that, but we don't actually know that, do we? Yeah, we don't actually know that. Which is super annoying. Last column needs 3 segments. Oh, beautiful point. Beautiful point. These need to be filled in, which means that this has to go here, which means it has to come over here because it can't connect to itself. This has to turn. This has to go down. This has to go out. This is beautiful. We're building. We are building. We are building quite the amazing puzzle. Well, we're building at least the solution to this puzzle. We didn't build the puzzle. I couldn't build something like this. Is crazy. Okay, so these need to sum to a single-digit total. These need to sum to a single-digit total. These need to sum to a double-digit number. Trying to look for like contrasting clues. This row is interesting to me now, because that has 3 segments in it. So if this one went that way, we would have to connect this. Can these 5 cells sum to 18? That seems very difficult. Maybe it's possible. Maybe. Top row needs 3 segments. Thank you, Elaine. So we need to do that, we need to do that, and we need to do that. That's all forced. This one has nowhere to go but there because we can't connect it to itself. Verticals in column 6 are probably forced now, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, they're forced now. This has to, oh no, wait, it could go down. Could go down, yeah. That's 1 vertical segment here, so we need another one in the middle. Wait, hold up. These 2 cells together sum to at least 5 or more. So they could be 3 at minimum. No, that's not good. That's not good. What can they be at maximum, though? Because this cell is in a sum that adds to 1, or adds to a single digit with another digit, with another space. Could be the same green, or it could be different. So, I mean, it could even be 8. No, it couldn't be 8. It would need to be 7. So it's between 3 and 7, but it can't be 4. Maybe I'll just pencil mark that just so I don't forget. Row 6, column 6 goes left. Yes, it absolutely does. So this goes left. In column 3, you can connect the ends. 1, why can't I connect the ends? Because it closes the loop. You can't connect the ends. So if I did that, I'm not seeing why that's a problem, actually. Oh, row 3. Thank you. If I connect these ends, then it does close the loop early. If you see, this one snakes all the way around over here and then closes the loop. So we can't connect these ends. So we're going to need to, we're probably going to connect this one to this one and this one to this one. Because we can't connect this one to this one, because that will cut off this loop from that loop. So that's exactly what we're going to have to do. We're going to have to connect this one to this one. So it's you're probably going to have to do that. I'm not sure yet. I'm so bad at loop. Oh, we've almost been doing this for an hour. Well, we've been doing for an hour and 13. I was going to say an hour and a half. Row 6, column 5 goes up. Does it really? Why can't it go that way? Goes up. I don't understand why I can't go that way. So the left one goes... So if the left one goes low, because 3 segments? I'm sorry, I can't decipher. I was trying to say that row 3, column 3 goes down. What could it do? Oh, it can't do that because, okay, right, because then there would be too many segments in row 3. Oh, Jesus. Okay, so that works now. Yes, I got it now. Blue 3 in column 2 must go right. Yeah, because that has no other value. Okay, that's true. So if this wasn't blue 3, and it can't be 13 because that would be 26 plus 3 plus something else would be too much. So it needs to be 3. Otherwise, it will be 1. It's okay. It's okay, Elaine. You're very comprehensive. I'm tired, you know. So this is at least a 4. Wait. What is it for the? So this is 9 plus 10. So this could be, yeah. If it was 4, then we'd be up to 23. If it was higher, actually, it can't be 4 because this is a double-digit number. So what's the biggest it could be? Oh wait, it could be anything. Oh no, it can't be. I keep thinking Sudoku numbers. It can't be bigger than 10. Is that right? Yeah, 10 is the biggest it could be. But it needs to be at least 5. So let's just put in. Let's put in 5 and 10 to sort of remind us what the bounding values are. We'll do that here as well. We'll do, instead of, oh, maybe we'll just leave it actually. Okay, so this is either 5 or 5 to 10. Any number there. This has a 13 on it now. So these two numbers need to get us to like 2 minus that number, or we could also think about it as we need to get 8 more. We need to sort of get to 11 in our digits. So these two numbers add up to something that has an 8 at the end. I don't know what to do with that. This number, though, needs to be, that number needs to be less than 9. So it's 8, or, yeah, it's maximum 8. But that could be this one. Does it have, yeah, it has to be that one actually, because this is at least 5, right? So where is this one going to go? It has to take this cell. So then it has to take this cell, because this cell can't be a 1. 13 times 2 is 26. 26, so then we'd be adding, what is that, 5 to it? 5 or, yeah, 5 is the only option then. So if 13 comes to here, then that's 5. But if this comes to here, then that has to be either 8, which would be double 4, or double 9. Double 9 would work as well. We have to change this from red because it's definitely going to touch the other red. It's got to be yellow or something. Make it 5. I don't know. Oh wait, 9 doesn't work because we now touch that cell. Ah, right. So this cell needs to be 8, 5 to 8. So this cell has to be 5 to 8. So we can't do 9. So this can't take this cell, because if this took this cell, it would either have to be 4 or it would have to be 9. And it can't be either of those. So it needs to be 5. It actually doesn't need to be 5, Rock Rat. So this is 5. This is 13. 1, 3. $13 needs to come up, obviously. So 5 needs to come up. So this cell needs to be at least, oh, this cell is not 13. So 13 comes up. The 3 comes out. Sorry, it's no fun to get stuck. So I think people weren't enjoying getting stuck, but we're not stuck anymore. So that's 5, 6, 7. Definitely stuck at the beginning. Okay. So that's all good. We know that this is part of something new. Red 3, yeah. No worries. No worries. Just reload the tab if you're a minute behind. What do we know now? We should know more things, probably. I feel like I don't know anything about this puzzle. We know that this is something new. Do we know how the loop finishes? That would be really useful. Okay, I do know that if this comes over here, it comes up, right? And then it can't go up again, obviously. So either it does that, and that's the last loop segment in this column, or it does this, and then it comes up. So either way, whether it does this or it does that, oh no, it could do that. I was gonna say either way, this digit has to be 13 plus it equals 1 dot something, or 1 something. So it would have to be 6 or less, but it can't be. If it did this, then it would have to be double 2, because it can't be 3 and it can't be double 4. Or wait, it could be 4 and 2 though. Can pink in the last column be 7? I don't know, probably. That would be very unfortunate for our coloring, because then we'd have to make either. Yeah, that would be very unfortunate. I don't know if it could be 7 or if it had to be 7. I don't know. I can't really pin that down in my head right now. Okay, let's go. Wait. I was gonna say let's go back, but we don't have to go back from anything because we didn't do anything. How do we make progress on this puzzle? So these two sum to a 2-digit number, these two sum to a 2-digit number, but these two sum to a 2-digit number, but these two sum to a single-digit number. So this number is the overlap between those two. But it could be like 3. This is very... There's no information in this puzzle. The line segment in row 1, column 7, 8, 9 must be low because of the row 1. Oh, that's true. These cells can't be high at all. Those need to be very low. Those need to be from 2, 3, or 4, because even a 5 on there plus a 2 plus a 3 is 10. So these need to be 2, 3, or 4 at most. And if it did have a 4, it would need to have a 2, 3. But this one adds up to a 2-digit... Oh no, so that adds up to a 1-digit number. This one adds up to a 2-digit number though, so this needs to be at least a 6, but it could be like an 18. Row 1, column 9 can't go down because of the double... Yeah, that's true. So this one has to go left. So those can't be 4 anymore. Because that would be double 4 plus 2 at least is 10 at least. So what do we know then? We know that this is like a new one, sort of. Why can't they both be 2 with a 5 on the line? Oh, that's true. That's true. This could be a 5. Obviously, these can't be 5s for clear reasons. Double 5 is already 10. Thank you, Elaine, for catching all my mistakes. This needs to be at least a 7 now. This is 5, 6, 7. We still need to take 6 more cells with this 13. It feels kind of tricky. Row 1, column, yeah, it can't be 5 for sure. This needs to be a big number, but this sum right here needs to be low. So this one needs to be, oh, this is good. This is good. So this cell needs to be at least a 7, but less than a 9. Actually, it has to be a 7 because it can't be an 8 because 7 plus, because 8 plus 1 would be 9, and that would be a single digit number, but we can't put a 1 in the grid. So this has to be a 2. So that means this has to be a 3, which means this is a 3. Wow, okay. Every time I think that it's like, oh, this is impossible, it just flows. Yeah. And this 7 can't be the same as that 7. It's too far away. Oh. I see what you mean. If this was a 5, and this was double 2, that is a problem. That is a big problem. Crap. So this would need to be at most 4. Going with at least 3. Yeah, that could work. So we know that this is either 3 or 5, and this is either 3 or 2. This is either 2 or 3. This is either 3, 4, 2, or was it 7? These also need to sum to a single digit number, and this also needs to sum to a single digit number. But this needs to sum to a double digit number, and this needs to sum to a double digit number. Ah, this needs to be 5 to get the Fillomino out. You're right. Which would be 10. Yeah. So the thing Doomdiat is saying, which I could have, if this was 5 double 2, this would need to be a 5 because this is not a 5. We need to get the Fillomino out, but this is at least a 10. Oh, why did I pencil mark that like this? So then this would need to be, yeah, 4, 4, 3 would work. But this would still need to get out. This would be 4, 3. This would be 2, 4, 3. So this would need to be a 5 again. Confusing. Okay, so this is either 5 or 3. This is either 2 or 3, 2 or 3, 7 or 5. 2, 3, or 4. Okay, very confusing. So if this was a 7, this 7 would need to get out. So this is either 5 or 7. So this would need to be a 2 in that case, or a 3 or a 4. So we get sort of the same pencil marks again. And again, this would need to be 5 or 7. You think into pink. Okay, so let's think about this. So if this is all connected, which it is, I mean, 7 could escape to here, right? I don't... What is... Pink at least is something, right? Well, if pink goes here, it's obviously 7. But if pink goes up here, then it has to be 3x plus 6 equals 20-something. That's not that hard. Because that just has to be 14 at least, which could be... It could be a 5. So does that mean it's either 5 or 7? No, it's at least a 5. But it's a 20-something number, so it could be anything, really. This one right here in the middle, this green one is 2x, and it needs to sum to a single-digit number, so it's 2 or 4. That's for sure. How do you know all 7s connect, though? It doesn't say there can only be one instance of a number. Like, why can't you have double 7? Is there not enough cells or something? Okay, so the 13 still needs 6. So if the other 7... So if we had 2 more sort of 7s, we have 4 cells right now, so we need 3 plus the other 7. So we need 16 more cells. But isn't there 16 cells there? Like, there's a 4x4 right there. Okay, so we have... Let's look at how many cells we have left. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, not that, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. We have 23 cells. Which we need to fit 16 cells into. I think that's possible. Why is that not possible? Unless I'm being stupid here. Which is probably the case. So maybe this column here, we need a bunch of 2-digit totals, so we can't have too many low digits here. You don't know? Did you, like, you can't just say we don't have enough cells without counting them, right? I can't just say it doesn't look like we have enough cells, because it actually kind of does look like we do have enough cells to do double 7. 7's not that big. Although, this needs to sum to a 10 type number. Maybe the 18 is where we should focus, because the 18 can't, if it has a 13 on it, the other two cells need to sum to 5, which is possible with 2 and 3 only. Well, the 13 can't take that cell because that's a single digit total. Wait a second, wait a second. The 13 can't take this cell. And it can't take this cell. So the 13 needs to come through here. Yeah, the 13 needs to come through here. Well, yeah, it just does, because it can't take 2 cells on here, and it can't take either of these 2 cells. So at maximum, we're doing that, which is only 3 cells. We need 3 more cells. So the 13 definitely takes these 2 cells. That's for sure. But if the 13 takes these 2 cells, then this cell can't have a vertical segment on it because it's a single cell total. So the loop just can't come to either of these 2 cells or either of these 2 segments. So it has to do exactly that and exactly that, and the loop was finished. Holy crap, it's so difficult, but very beautiful. Okay, so now this is 13, this is 13. Jeez. 4 stars out of 5. Okay, so, oh, this has 3 cells on it now, which means it's either double 2 or it's 4 and 2. So this cell can only be a 2 or a 4. Definitely can't be 13. Oh, and now the 18 has 4 cells on it, so it can't have a 13 at all, because 3 cells can't add up to 5. So the 13 is really bounded in. It can't go to any of these cells. Can get rid of that, I think. So that one is a new region. Can't be the same as this one. So now I think we are actually running out of cells to do this double 7 thing. Because now we've introduced this 7 can't connect to that other 7 actually, which I might have miscounted before. So this one takes at least 3 cells. So 3 plus 2 plus 2 plus, this is at least 3 cells plus 2 more. So wait, yeah, that could work. So then that would be, what is that? So 4, 6, 6 plus 6 is 12. So we've used 12 cells out of our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. We have 31 cells to work with. We've used 12 of those. Okay. So we don't actually have very many cells to work with. We need 4 more cells for the 13. Yeah, let me just grab my calculator so I don't mess this up. 31 minus 12 minus the 4 we need for the 13 minus the 3 we need at least for this other 7. So that's 12. Which means we can fit the other 7 in. And then we have 5 leftovers. So it still fits. Okay. Okay. 2 in. Okay. All those were retracted. Okay. Okay. What do we do now? Where does the 13 go? What cells can the 13 take and what cells can't it take? It definitely can't take that cell. It can't take that one because that's in the 18. I said it can't take that cell. So the 13 can't take either of these 2 cells. So the 13's 4 cells that it takes are in these cells below this line. We're just going to draw that line into the grid just to say the 13 cannot go up there. Can't go right. Oh, that's good. Doomdiat makes a beautiful point. It can't go to this cell because of this 1 dot clue. So it actually has to go down. It has to go over. Can't go up. Could go. This is 2 cells, so we need 2 more cells. It can't block the 7 in, so it has to continue. Which forces the 7 to be pink, which means that we have to recolor it into being brown, I guess. So this 13 needs 1 more cell. Can't be that one. So that's a new region. This is a new region, or it's the green one. Let's get rid of these edges. And let's label up this 13. Oh, whoopsie. We know that this is 2 now. This could still be 4 or 2. We know that this one is 6 or less. Don't know what to do with that. Yeah, okay. I'll change it to gray. Dark gray, is that okay? So orange either takes this cell or this cell. Oh, wait. Now, if this green was 7, it would be trapped because this has to be 6 or less. That's beautiful. That is so stinking beautiful. Yes, your 7s are validated. These are 5s. These are 5s now. These are 2s. Thank you for not letting me make that grave mistake. This is green now. One of these 2 is a 5, and one of them is a 13. I don't know how to mark that. I guess maybe corner mark it as that. And then, so those are 2s. These have to sum to a single-digit number. Oh, the 2 dot clue. If it was a 13, if this cell was a 13, then we would go over the total of 20 something. Oh, that's beautiful. Okay. We have to remove these stupid corner marks. Okay. Yeah, that's really cute. So this is a 5. This is a 13. That's orange. That's 13 finished, right? So that's 5, 8. 8 plus 5 is 13. Okay. This blue needs to get out. whatever this... Oh, this could be blue, though. Yeah, that could be blue. Okay, so what do we do now? This puzzle is insane. Absolutely. Canty, thank you for the recommendation. It is bonkers insane. These two sum to a 2-digit number, but independently, they sum to 1-digit numbers on their lines. So these can't both be low numbers. In fact, can neither of them be low numbers, or... Could I have like a 2 here? And then 8 and like a 4 or something? Come on. Oh, this one has to be 7 or less, I guess. Is that worth noting? Okay, we're almost at the 2-hour mark. Come on, we have to finish this before 2 hours. I feel so bad for all the other puzzles that we're gonna skip because of you using up the 2-hour slot. I'll have to do another pencil puzzle stream. Okay, so I feel like I've been very, very slow. Okay, so we need to make this 18 sum work. Is there a good way to figure that out? Wait. No. We look at this one. Because this is 2x, and it sums to a 2-digit number. So it can't be 2, it can't be 3, it can't be 4. So blue can no longer come here. That's really good. This is really good because now we can label up this as being yellow. Yellow has to be at least 3 cells long, so it has to come to there at least. So now this one can't be any of those. This has to be 3 or 4. Blue has to extend. So now we have double blue here. So this is either 12 or 10. So if it was 12, these would need to add to 6. And if it was 10, these would need to add to 8. So it seemed fine for these to be... This was 4. Like double 4. Well, there's no world in which this is double 2. Is there a world in which this is blue? 15 plus 3, that's not possible. 6 times 3 is already 18, so that's never blue. So this is blue, which means that our yellow over here is not 4, 3, which means that this could be 5 or 6 still. But this one needs to be at least 4. At least 4. So this is for real either 11 or 12 or 10. Sorry, 12 or 10. So this has to be 8. Has to be 8. Or it has to be 6. 6 seems very unlikely. 6 would need 2 with double 4. Or sorry, 2 and 4. Either way, yeah, it's some combination of 2 and 4, isn't it? Is it? It's either 2 and 4 for 6 or double 4. Yeah, okay. So this is either 2 or 4. This can't be a 4. This definitely can't be a 7. It could maybe... No, it can't join to that. It can't join to that. And this can't be double 2. So how can this be 5 or 6? If this is 5 or 6, that means that it takes at least these cells, and even if this could be 5, which it can't be anymore, it would have to be 6, then this would be a single cell. That doesn't work. So this can't be 5 or 6. That is a 3. So this is double 3, which just double checking does work. Yeah, 6, that's barely enough. Okay, so this 3 takes one of these cells. There's no way this could be 4 now, could it? 4. Like if this was 2, yeah, it can't be 2 and 4. So this can't be 6. This is just 5. This is 5. So this is double 4, which has to go up here, and that's a 3. Oh, crap. We're done. We did it in less than 2 hours. Oh, hello, Medi. Oh my word, that was crazy. I'll just fill in the that was a really like incredibly good puzzle, but holy crap, was it difficult. Oh my word. That was definitely one for the ages. G frickin' G. Okay, so as you can see, I'm very not good at pencil puzzles. Yeah, we're gonna take a small break, and then we're gonna do a puzzle that I requested Jovial do on her, I want to say Ko-fi, but I think it's supposed to be like coffee. But yeah, I requested her to make one for the stream, so we're gonna do that. It's a brand new puzzle that Jovial made just for this stream. We'll do that next, but I just need like a 5-minute break. That was a roller coaster, definitely. Okay. Hello, I'm back. We've solved the roller coaster, and I've had one of those mini cucumbers. Those are very good. And drink of water. Probably should have refilled my water actually, but I also had one of those flavored Oreos. What was it? Like Neapolitan, I think. uh, very good stuff. Next up, we're going to. Oh, whoopsie. I don't know why that is showing. Let me. That's kind of weird. That's what I want to show, not the YouTube stats, for some reason. Okay. This is a Maysu by Jovial. Now, Jovial has recently started a Kofi or coffee. I don't know how to pronounce it. But yeah, if you want her to make something specific, you can ask her to do so, and you can pay like, I think it's like $20 or something, and she'll make whatever you want. You can also just support her work, support her puzzling. She's in sort of a state of independence at the moment, so she needs some support from puzzling friends. But yeah, Maysu time. Let me. Don't know how to reset the timer. Maybe I'll just reload the page. Okay. So Maysu is oh god. Maysu is a fun variant. Not variant. What is it called? Pencil puzzle, where you have to, what is it? Draw a loop, and the loop must. It's a loop, right? Doesn't say that in the rules for some reason, but the loop must go through all the circles. If it goes through a black circle, it must turn on that cell, and it must continue at least one cell pass without turning after it goes through the black. And then the white one must have a straight line through it so it can't turn during that. And also at least one of the corner parts needs to have a turn in it. So, for example, I couldn't do that. That would be against the rules. I would have to do this. And then I couldn't do that. That would be against the rules because I'm turning at this black dot. I have to continue straight for at least one cell. And then for the white ones, I have to continue straight through, so I can't turn at them. And I have to turn at least one of these. I could go straight here, but I couldn't go straight like that. Kofe. I don't know. It's a Japanese thing. Okay, I'm gonna reload the tab so my time restarts, and then we'll go through this. So we can't do that because then we would have to turn. So we have to do that. Oh, I did a dumb. I scrolled down. There's no more of the puzzle below. This is the whole one. So we have to do the same thing there, and we can't. I'll have to make this a corner because it is included, so it has to be a corner. All of the black dots on the corner, like on the edge, have to have a straight segment outwards because they can't obviously turn towards the edge of the grid. The same thing is true of here. This can't go here and then turn, so it has to go out. And then you can sort of, this is now a wall, so you can do the same thing here. You can do the same thing right there. The same thing is true here. We can't continue there, so we have to go out here. Now, can we do anything else? Well, this one, I didn't even see that one. That one also has to continue outwards. I'm not sure why this white circle is here. Oh, this one, this white circle has to go through it like that. Now we can't do that, because if we did that, then this would be turning there. So we have to continue there. And this has to go out. Now, at least one of the ends of this white dot has to turn, so we have to do that. This white dot, one of these will be a turn. So this white dot can't go through straight through like that, obviously, so it has to go like that. Now what? Well, this can't go down because then it'll be trapped, so it has to go up. Now what? Oh, well, this has to continue because it can't go anywhere else. And then, can these just connect? I think they probably could if this did that. I think that would be fine. Oh yeah, all white dots on the border, we also know their direction. That's an obvious point that I missed. And then we can also do that with any acting walls. For example, like this one. So this can't go through like that because that would branch, so this has to go through like that. Is there any other acting walls that we can notice? We have to, the turn here is satisfied for those, but here this is a corner, so we have to turn. This is also a corner, so we have to turn. Now I'm not sure. Black dot in row 6, column 5, must have a long arm to the left. Because it can't have a long arm to the right, because that would, of course, make a branch. So it has to have a long arm to the left. Duh. Big duh. Big dumb moment. What does that do? Nothing. Okay, so... yeah, got it. So what if this did that? Then we'd know that this was this way. That doesn't seem good. Oh, this can't go that way, obviously, because then that would be a branch. So this has to go this way. Big duh again. Nothing can come in here. So this loop end has to get out through here. So this one definitely can't go through there. Because if that went through there, then this would have to connect to itself. So this can't go through like that. It has to go through like that. So this one has to continue. Now this one doesn't have a turn over here, so it has to have a turn over here, which makes this one also turn. This can't go down now, so it has to go up. This one hasn't turned, so it has to turn there. This has to continue and meet that. This can't go there because then there's nowhere to go. So it has to go down here. It has to meet this one. That can't go that way because that would be broken. So this continues. White dot in row 4, column 3 must be horizontal. Oh, because that traps this loop end. I see. Because if we did this, then this loop has to just close there, because there's nowhere else for this to go. So it has to go like that. One of these has to turn. This could turn like that, actually. This one could do that. There's too many loop ends. Oh no. You guys are smoking me with your times. I feel like I'm delusional. What is going on? Is it this? Is that required? If we did that, this would have to come up here. This would join like that. I don't know. That doesn't seem broken. Do bottom black. Bottom black. Ah, this. See, I like to have the puzzle in the center of my screen, but I already fitted it in OBS so that it's in this scrolling state. I kept wanting to scroll it. I can't scan the bottom when it's not at like eye level. I have to look down too far. That's my excuse. Okay, so now this is extending over here. So this can't extend downwards because then we'd have 3 loop segments in here. So this can't extend downwards. So these two have to meet somehow. And they have to meet like, sorry, excuse me, like that. It's the Oreo. It's the Oreo. Then what? So many loop ends. Don't know what to do with them all. So many loop ends. So this loop. See, usually with Maysu, I can sort of like visualize how the loop is gonna go, but when there's so many ends, it's just like could do anything. Can only do one thing apparently, but okay, so where this going here seems very suspicious. But not like super suspicious. Well, that definitely can't join because if that joined, then this would have to go up. So that definitely can't join. So this has to join. Now, does this... Oh. No. Yes, yes, yes. If this took this left segment, right? Then this would be forced to join here because it can't join to the... Wait, yeah, this one can't do anything else. So then this one would have to join here. And that's a loop contained by itself. And that's not going to work. Oh, that's really hard to see. But it's very cute and shows sort of a very good example of Maysu logic. So now this comes around because this has to join to something. These can't join. I kept forgetting to put X's. That's probably why this took so long, because I forgot to put X's. And the screen was too low, and yeah. We're at 10 minutes now, so there's no excuse. This has to go up. I think this has to go down, because where else is this going to go? These can't join, because those are loop ends. So this has to go up, which means that this has to go right, and this has to join something. This has to join something. It has to join that. So that has to join that, and that has to join that, and that's done. Yeah. That would be 132. Oh, I missed a 0 there. 1032, actually. Just kidding. That was on purpose. Okay. That was fun. I like that one. I really enjoy Jovial's puzzles, especially her Killer Sudoku, but I like other kinds of puzzles as well. So if you like Jovial's puzzles, go support her. There's a link in the description to her channel, or not her channel, but her Ko-fi or whatever. Okay, so now I'm gonna take the reins, and I think this might be the last puzzle, or maybe depending on how long it takes. This might be the last puzzle we do, but you're gonna vote. Oh, whoopsie. That's definitely not what I want to do. End poll. The button is in a very awkward position. Which puzzle next? 1, 2, or 3. So we have 3 options. I don't know if we will do all 3. I don't know the difficulty on these either. Well, some of them I have ideas of what the difficulty is, but I think they're relatively 2 to 3 stars, maybe 4. But yeah, we'll do 1 or more if we have time, if it's easy enough to do more than 1. I know that Zeta did Nell's Pentominous 4 colors just like yesterday or something. So I see that one's getting a lot of votes because people loved it on his stream. I tuned in for half a second and I was like, I'm supposed to do this puzzle soon. So then I left. Yeah, Emergence is, okay, 2 stars, and then I think Hatch Made in Heaven is also 2 stars, if I'm not mistaken. I can take a look just real quick. Oh, it's 1 star. And then the 4-color Pentominous is 3 stars. So they're not really in order of difficulty here. They're just sort of there. Yeah, Emergence definitely looks difficult there. Okay, that's 8 votes, 8 viewers, so that's end of the poll, and we have 4 Colors Pentominous by Nell. Let's go back to our... Why is it showing... Okay, this is ridiculous. It's never done that before. Please stop. What the heck? It understands that it should be on Penpa, but it's not on Penpa. Literally, what are you doing? What the heck is wrong with this thing? Okay. What are you doing, OBS? Stop! Jeez. That took a while for you to realize that you're not doing at all what I asked you. It was a Pempa link open. And it's set to go for Pempa. Oh, 8 votes, 8 views, but he didn't vote. Oh, there's 9 viewers now, so maybe someone jumped in and I didn't notice. But it's okay, because I don't think another vote would sway the tide anyway, so it's okay. Anyways, so we have to fill the grid with pentominoes. Each pentomino must be a shade of 4 colors. A pentomino is a set of 5 orthogonally connected cells. For example, that is a P pentomino. It doesn't matter what the reflections or rotations are. That's an I pentomino, an F pentomino, etc. They have cool names. Each pentomino must be shaded one of the 4 colors: red, green, blue, or yellow. No pentomino of the same shape, including rotations and reflections, or the same color, or both, may share an edge. Some colors and some borders between pentominoes are already given. Okay. So, we have to figure out where to put these pentominoes. Well, I can see that even if yellow took this cell, it would need to take this cell. So it definitely does take this cell. I can see that I can see something, I guess. because I said I could see something, but I don't see anything. This is a very interesting setup. Because either red or green is going to take this cell, which forms an L pentomino, right? But that means that the one that doesn't form the L pentomino, has to take this cell because that's 5 cells, so it can't take any more cells, so this will have to be red. So these are sort of a green-red pair. But then whatever takes this cell will also have to take that cell. So that will be a P. So we have an L and a P next to each other in here, but we don't know what color it is, which is kind of weird. But we do know that we can add in an edge here and here and here, because this is definitely the P and this is definitely an L. So those are sort of contained. So either way, blue can't be a P, right? Because the P is touching this cell. So that means that blue... So if a pentomino takes 4 cells, its last cell will always be a P. So since blue can't be a P, it has to not take 4 cells, because it's touching this cell and that cell belongs to a P. How do we not take 4 cells? How do we not take 4 cells? I don't want to take 4 cells. 4 cells. Okay, so I need 2 more cells. So I need to take, I can't take this one. That's not an option. So if I took that, then that would be a P. So I can't take that one. But I only have 2 left then, which would form a P. What's up? The green P. The green P can grow. The green P can grow this direction. Right, okay. So if we were to put those walls in, I knew this all along, I was just testing you guys. I was just demonstrating why we can't put these walls in. So we can't put those walls in, and if we had the red P, then we would need to put those walls in. So what we actually need to do is we need to make the green the P and the red the L, and the blue, again, still can't be a P, so it needs to be an F. Beautiful break-in, beautiful stuff. And now if red were to connect to this red, that would be an F touching an F. So these are not the same reds, which means that is a line. We can add some... No, we can't. I was going to say we can add some lines between colors, but there's only one, and we've already done that. So this is red. That can't be red, so we can also add that edge. Now this has to be yellow. There's nothing else it could be. And we have a second P. Lots of P's for Pentominous. That's a bit more roundabout then. Yeah, I'm sure it was. It's because I actually did make a mistake. You don't trust yellow P? What else is going to take this cell? Oh, in snow. Oh, you tricked me. You tricked me into thinking I had broken the puzzle again. No, it's okay. It's okay. Do we see any cells that see lots of colors? but can't be those colors. Like this one can't be red or green, so it has to be yellow or blue. I don't think we see anything else like that, or at least I don't see anything else like that. I mean, this has to be red or green. This can't take that cell because that would make it a P, because any 4 by 4 or 2 by 2 becomes a P. And this can't be a U like that because that would trap this cell. So this red region has to take that cell. So we have to draw that border because this can't be red. So we can definitely say that this comes out, this comes out. Oh, and this can't be an F either. If that took that cell, that would be an F, but it's touching an F. So it has to take this cell. And now this line also grows there. We can add these edges in. That is now an N. That's an edge. This continues. The line segments are Pentominous, which I don't know what their colors are. Yes, I am from Canada. Hello, Axella? Axella? I don't know how to make the AIX sound. I don't know if that's a different language sort of sound or if I'm just stupid. Okay, so what is going on here? Well, this is a different color than this. Maybe this is not where we proceed. Oh, you know what's interesting? This can't be blue because then this has no value. So actually we can add weird blue lines here because that can't be blue. So if it's not blue, then it has to be yellow. Ah, interesting. Very cool stuff here, Nell. Very original Pentominous logic, at least for me. I don't know if this is very common Pentominous logic that I just have not seen before, but it's very original. Okay, so where do we go from here? I'm wondering, this little line right here, could that ever not go down? Well, if it doesn't go down, it goes up. And if it goes up, then it goes here. And that's an N, and that's next to this N. So that's not going to work. So it does go down. We already know that it's not red, so that's not red, which means that's red. Which means what? This red can't be an F, because it's touching an F. And it can't be whatever the heck this thing is. So if... Oh, and this thing can't be an N. You can't do that. So this actually has to be a V. And it has to be green because this is yellow and blue. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So this is... Oh crap, I broke it. I broke it. It's broken. Oh. What am I doing? Okay, wait. Let me think about this. Can't be an N. Oh, it needs to be a T. It needs to be a T. I forgot T existed. I don't know why. So, well, I was testing you again. If it's green, right, then this cell right here, this one, if that was a green V, then this cell would have to be green because it can't be anything else, but that would connect two green regions and that's not allowed. So we actually can't make that a V, it needs to be a T, and it cannot be green. Oh, so we don't know what color it is. Oh, yes we do, because it sees a yellow. So we can fill that in. It sees this yellow, it sees the green, and it sees the red all in that cell. Oh no, we couldn't do that before. I was thinking we could do that before. So now we can write that in because these can't connect. We know that this red this red one here can't take this cell because then it couldn't take that cell, so it needed to take this cell, which would make it an F. So it needs to take this cell, and it actually can't take that cell, so it takes this cell. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful again. So now we know that this cell between these two is yellow because it can't be anything else. We know... I need to know something before I say we know. Because then I just look stupid for not actually knowing anything. Okay, so what do we know? Is there more beautiful things about T's or N's or something like that? Well, we know that I always think I'm on a line, but I'm on an edge and the other way around. We know that these aren't all the same color because then it would be a P. So we know there's some break in here. 88%, that's a crime. That is a crime. That is that's disgusting. Okay, so what do we know about this region with this little like airlock kind of deal? Seems very cramped. What do we have here? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 cells to play with. We need that number to be divisible by 5. By adding or subtracting cells that come out of this region. So either 2 cells, yeah, so basically 2 cells stick out. Or more, and then a bunch of cells come in or something like that. So how do we think about that? There's definitely 4 regions. And 4 times 5 is 20. So at least 2 of these 20 cells are going to be sticking out because we can't combine any of these regions. And only 1 of blue and green here can stick out of this cell. Actually, only 1 region in general can stick out here at all. Not sure if I am looking in the wrong place. So probably that's the case. And I probably need to think about, well, this is kind of an interesting area over here because I can't touch the red. Because if I touch the red, then it's red and it's connecting red to red. Yes, the 3-cell elbow. And I can't come to this cell, obviously, so what can I do? And I can't do that. That's definitely not allowed. And I can't come over here because that's definitely not allowed. So I think the only thing I'm allowed to do is that. Because I can't come to this cell, I can't come to red, and I can't come to here. That's the only thing I'm allowed to do. Huh, okay. So that is a pentomino, but we don't know the color. Because it only touches red. But we do know that this is also a pentomino. And that can't be an L, but it didn't really want to be an L. Can't be red. It can't be a Z. Can't be a W. Could be an F like that, but then it touches every color. It can't touch either this yellow or this blue, because if it touches either of these, then it's too big. It's going to be 6 cells. Can't touch this red. And it can't touch this cell, but not touch these, because then it would be not yellow, not blue, not red, not green. So it comes to this cell. It can't come up because, again, it would be 6 cells, so it has to take that cell. So then it must be yellow, because it sees blue, green, and red. That's, wow, okay. Cool steps. I feel like I'm like a little kid in a candy shop, like just amazed by everything in pencil puzzles, because it's like, I've never seen this before. It's just amazing. Okay, so that's definitely a border. This red has to come up because it can't get 5 cells in this one cell. This yellow has to come up. So we can put those in. This yellow has to continue, actually, because it can only get one cell over here. And in fact, it takes one of these two cells. Could red take both of those cells? Probably. Maybe. I don't know. It's close. I will do more pencil puzzles. They don't seem overly popular, but I do love them, so it's fine. If this was... So either way, that's an N, right? Either way this yellow goes, it's going to be an N. So we can't have another N next to it. So if... Excuse me. If blue took this cell, then yellow would have to take that cell. But now, this cell can only be red now because that's 5 blues, that's 5... Oh, that's 5 yellows, yes. But then red takes this cell, and what is red going to be? An N. Next to the N. So blue cannot take this cell. That's so cool. So what takes that cell? Yellow. Yellow must take that cell. And now we know nothing. Well, we know that blues come out and they can't touch each other, so we have to do that. So then blue has to come down and has to come out. And blue can't take that cell because then this cell has no value, so that's an I. Wow, okay, so that's fixed. This is going to be something. And it can't go down. Because if it went down, this would be 3 cells. And that's not enough to make a pentomino. So this cannot go down. It has to go here, and then it has to go up. And that's just how it is. Huh. That is very cute as well. So now we know that these are the same. Not the same as that one. So they couldn't come all the way down there. So they're going to have to tread into this column at some point. So they can't be blue. Is it possible that they can avoid green? Only with a P. Okay. Sorry, I don't have a thing up with the P's. Or with the pentomino names. The other blue can't be an N or an L. Well, it definitely can't be an N. Because that would mean that it's connecting to an N. Why can't it be an L? Oh, because this is an L. Ah, so it has to be a V. So that's in, and that's a V. Beautiful. Thank you, Peter. Or no, thank you, Carl. Carl. Whoopsie. So this is definitely in. This can't be an N, so that's in. And that's a W. This is a W, this is an X. That's a V. That's definitely a green cell right here because it has to connect to something. This could be a U. Or those could be completely separate pentominos. Okay, whatever this is, it has to... yeah, it has to come down here. If it tried not to take this cell, because these two are different, you would trap in this cell. Because this can't just not go down. So what we know is that these two cells are the same. Yeah, maybe I'll pull that up. There's just not a good space for it. Pentominos. Okay, let's put that in, I guess. Okay, so we'll go right there. Yeah, that's fine. I think, oh, I need to make that a little bit smaller. Or maybe, yeah, maybe right there. Is that okay? If I go right a bit, is that good? I could put like a white box under it or something. Perfect, okay. All right, back to puzzle. Oh, yes, to the white box. White box. Let me think about that for a second. So, color. White. Big white. Why is it? Oh, whoopsie. There. There we go. That should be better. Is it better now, Ambrose? The bottom names are bad. Oh, oh, there's two different contentions. I see. Well, I'll just cut out those names. Yeah. And we'll make that bigger. Yeah. Okay. That makes more sense. Okay. I'll slide over. Okay. Yeah, I was like, yeah, there is two different names there. Okay, so back to the puzzle. Puzzle at hand. What were we doing? We noted that these two are the same. So is it possible that neither of these are green? Or that neither of these touch this cell is a better question. So if I want to not touch that cell, I have to do a P and then an N, which I think is okay. Well, I can't do a V anymore. Wait a second. I can't go all the way down. I can't do a V. This is a P. This is just a P. That's the only thing it can be. Yeah, it is just a P. There is literally nothing else it could be. Because it can't take this cell, and it can't take this cell. So it needs to be 5 cells within there. It just is a P. That's really weird. So this comes over here. This can't be green or blue, so it's either yellow or red. This is either green or red. The green touching yellow and red and blue is forced to go right. Oh, otherwise it would be an N. Yeah, okay, okay. So this has to go this way. It couldn't be a T, so then it has to be U. It has to be. That's the only thing it could be. Because if you tried to take this cell, then you would need to take this cell because you can't come to here. But then that would be 2 greens touching each other. So you can't do that. So you just can't come to this cell. So you have to come to here, which connects the greens, which means it is green. So now we know that this one continues down and is not green. And it has to continue down again because it can't be that cell. So this one has to continue all the way to there. This is really weird that we can't disambiguate what the colors of these things are. At least I don't think you can. Huh. Very weird. Oh, the P is that what they call it? The Q? Is that what they call a key? Oh my word, that is not a Q. That's not the same thing. I thought it was the P. Upside down P looks like a Q. But no, it's just it's the L. That's weird. Okay. If that was red, this would be yellow, which means that this would be red and this would be green, which seems all possible. Which wall are you referring to? This one? Or something else? Did I already do it? No? Because I'm happy to take the easy version. This is blue. The image. There's an extra wall in the 9th. Um, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, right here, is it? Yeah, it's right there. Do you want me to put that in? Or would you rather I leave it out? Okay, I'll leave it in then. Not sure what that does, but let's... If this is not blue, then it is yellow. Could be a W, or it could be not a U. It would have to be a W then. If this is blue, and it doesn't take that cell, then it would have to be a T. But if it does take that cell, it could be an N. I'm not sure. Oh, if it's a W, it traps blue. You're right. So it can't be a W. So it can't be yellow. It needs to be blue. But it could still be a T or an N. I think. Oh, it can't be an N. Because there's an N right there. I don't know why it's white. It bothered it. Yeah, it just threw me off. It can't be an N because it's next to an N. So it has to be a T. Yeah, it has to be a T. Okay, so that is forced. This blue can't go to there. So that means that that is blue, which means that that is blue because it also can't go to there. Which means there's a border here, and this is red. Ooh, now we have this as red, which makes that yellow, which makes that red, and that green. That is a beautiful disambiguation. Crazy that you got it that far. Okay, so now we know that this comes out to here. We know that there's something here that comes out to there, which needs an edge here, which means that that is also blue. There's something over here that comes out. Yeah, that is definitely really cool. This can't be an I. This can't be an I, so it is an L. Very cool. So this one continues this way, becoming a V, forcing this one to continue this way. This one comes out. The yellow can't go up anymore because that would make it an I. So the yellow has to go at least 4 cells out here, but I don't know what the 4th cell will be. Pentominous isn't, he's taught to computer. I'm not trolling. Just kidding, I'm trolling. Hmm. So this is either yellow or green, and this is not blue. This can't come down, actually. Oh, yes, it can. It can come down, but it can't be green, because if it was green, then it would be L, and it's next to L. So that does not work. So this has to come out here. It's either a Y, which we haven't got yet, or it's going to be a V. We can definitely add an edge here, meaning that there's a line here. Since this one isn't green, green has to take this cell, because green can only take 1 cell over here, because this is not green. Therefore, this has to come out 1. The shape in the last column. I'm guessing that's... You can color that now? Oh, you can color that. Ooh, 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 ooh. So this is yellow because it sees blue, it sees red, and we know it's not green. Beautiful, beautiful deduction. So then we know that it doesn't come to here because that would mean that we touch the yellows. So we get these as... I don't know why I was drawing lines instead of coloring that. My bad. So these are all yellow. That probably made it much harder to see, but it's okay. These are yellow. This is an I. This green comes one more step. This has to connect. Could be green still. Actually, it can't be green, because if it was green, then this green would come to here, and that would be an I. So that's not green. And we can finish that green, and this is red, which does a Y, which is the first Y we have. Why does it do that? Because it does. Sorry, that was a terrible joke. This can't join here because then it would be 6 cells, so that is a border. This now sees both red and blue. So it's these two, this one and this one, are a green-yellow pair, which see this, making this blue. That is so cool. Wow, that is awesome. So I'll just explain that one more time. So since both this one and this one see blue and red, one of them will be green, and one of them will be yellow. But both of them touch this pentomino. So this pentomino can't be yellow or green, regardless of what the order is, or red, so it must be blue. It's just, and it touches one of these cells, so it must join with this line, this cell in the middle of the grid. That is so cool. So now this comes out. One of these cells is definitely taken. We'll just make a little diagonal to say that. Those are the same. That's really cool, Nell. You should be proud. So this is either yellow or green. So this is another one of these yellow-green pairs. I just want this to touch there, and then we could tell which one it is, but we don't know that it touches there. I wonder if we've neglected progress on the top here, because how many cells is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. 23. So we need... So if we had the 2 cells up here that were taken from this region down here, that would give us 20... Yeah, that would give us 21, which wouldn't work. So we can't just take 2 cells here. So if we were going to come in here and take cells, we would need to take 3 cells, which would mean that one of the cells down here would need to be taken by an outside thing, not the 4 regions that are in here. I'm not sure what to do with that, though. To the left of the W can't be W or F. Oh, this one. So that can't be W. And it can't be F. So can't take this cell, because if it took this cell, then it would need to be either F or W. So it doesn't take that cell. So that cell is a new region, which must come out. This comes out, so this has to come this way. And that can't be an L, because it touches an L here. Just ridiculous. So that is that region, or that pentomino. This comes down. Just ridiculous. That was crazy. And this can't be a W. So where can it take its last cell? It could be an N, could be an F. So either this one or this one is its last cell. Not sure. Just needs 2 more? $23 would need 3 more to be divisible by 5. I don't know what you mean. Maybe I should count. This is 23 plus the, what do we have? 4, 8, 9. Oh, plus 2. Duh. So if it it can come out 2, or it can come in 3. Right? Well, that's the same thing, actually. Because if you come out 2, yeah. Okay. We're just saying the exact same thing the other way around. If you come out 2, then you come in 3. Yes, exactly. Yeah, I'm just dumb. It's okay. Arguing about, like, apples and oranges. Walls to connect. Oh, wait. No, it does come. Yeah, it comes in 2. Yeah, so this is definitely true. And then could come down, could come that way. But if it came that way, then we need to be an L. Is that an issue? What's this going to be? feels like that has to be an L, but I could be like an N, maybe? Yeah, it could maybe be an N. Yeah, I'm not sure about that. So we definitely know that for sure. Top. Yeah, it could be that. Oh, it could be a Y? No, it can't be a Y. Oh, this one. This one definitely could be a Y. Yeah. For sure. So this one comes in 2. So we lose 2. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So we need 4 more out here. That's a lot. We need 4 more. So if this doesn't, this takes that cell, this green has to come and do that. This yellow has to come out here, so this blue has to come out. This can't touch the green, so one of green and... Wait, how does this work? That doesn't work at all. Because this won't work at all, because we need to get 2 of these out here. Yeah, that just doesn't work. You can't just draw the 2 lines now. Row 10, column 3, border on the left side. Row 11, so how big is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Column 3. Border on the left side and the top side? Oh, that's a good point. Yes, that is true. That is definitely true. So I counted 16 in here, including this cell, minus the 2 out here. So that means that 1 cell comes in, but we only have 1 entry point. So that is the 1 cell. So then, I don't know why I was thinking 4 outside. It's 1 cell inside. That's what we're doing. 1 cell inside. So the rest of these have to be within here. And only one of blue and green can get through here. So what's this? This is 8. So one of them needs to get through here. This can't be yellow. This needs to be blue or green. How many does it need to take out there? So if this took 5, this would need to take 3 out there. So this is definitely a line that we can draw. We could draw that line, because this could take 1 cell down here, but it can't take 2 cells. I think this just needs to do this. There's no other way. Yeah, that just needs to happen. Definitely can see that now. Is the stream okay? I'm getting errors from YouTube. Is stream okay? Is it live? Wait, only yellow can reach this. Okay, so that's just fixed. That's yellow. Yellow Z for sure. Okay, split second, it's good now. Okay, good. Let me know if it's buffering or anything like that. So let's think about this. Could this be an I? Yeah, it could be. So this is either an I or this is a V, which would leave a P regardless. So there's always a P here. feel like this is a motif of this puzzle, is there's always a P. This one definitely can't be an L, but it could come down here. Actually, it needs to come down here, because if it's not an L, and it takes this cell, what does it do? Well, the only other option is to take this cell, which would make it 6 cells long. So it needs to come down here. It could come here and be a Y, but it needs to come down here, for sure. It can't take that cell, so this cell has to get out here, which makes it yellow. That's all yellow. We can put an edge in there. And this one, yeah, it could be blue, actually. That can't be yellow. So this is yellow, and that's done. So how do we fit these together at the top? Because we need to be able to finish this at the top here. This can't be... This is either blue or red. Oh, and it can't be a V. It can't be a V. So it needs to be a Y. Because this is a V now. Ah, okay. So this is a V, or this is a Y, and it's red, because it touches blue now. Beautiful. Another beautiful deduction. Now, this cell can't reach that. So otherwise it would be 6 cells. So that is a new color, which is going to touch blue, but can't be red or yellow. So that is green. Now, we know that this one is either green or blue. So it can only touch one of these two because it already sees red and yellow. So one of these two has to take these 3 cells. And it can't be blue, because if it was blue, then that would be 5 cells, but disconnected. So it needs to be green, and this needs, oh, no, it's broken. Oh, it could be N. Thank you. This isn't Y, it could be N. Yes, you're totally right. So we either come here or come here. But we definitely don't take this cell, and this cell is too far away from that. So that's still true. That's still true. Now, either we come here, or we come here. Trying to prove this in a nice way. If we have an N, then this can be a Y and a P. But if we have a Y, then this has to be a Y. I guess that's just what we did before, right? And it was broken. So that is, the cute way to think about this. So if this comes here, right? If this comes here, then it's red, because it touches blue, it touches yellow, it touches green. But if it comes here, then this has to take here. So this still touches blue and yellow and green, so it still has to be red. So either way, regardless of what happens to this one, this has to be red. But that's cute because that means that this one has to be green. And that's cute because then we know that either one of these two has to encapsulate all of these cells, because they can't both be ruling out blue and green from this X. So which of these two is going to take these 3 cells? What has to be the green one? And if it has to be the green one, then that's a Y. So the red one can't be a Y, so it needs to be an N. And the blue one is going to be a P. That's just beautiful. That's brilliant. Brilliant as always. That's not. I can get rid of that one too. And that means the X is blue. Okay. The rest of the puzzle. Thank you guys for catching my mistake. The rest of the puzzle. How do we do the rest of the puzzle? I Starting to get hungry for lunch. So after this is done, I think I'll be done. Oh, wait. What color does this cell belong to? Well, if this cell is blue, it needs to go down like this, right? But if this cell was yellow, can't block in that. So it needs to do that, doesn't it? Or an eye? Oh, an eye would work actually. Crap. Okay, I thought this would be a Y and that would clash, but could be an eye. What is the blue one has to could do that, but then it would have nowhere to go, so it has to do that. So it's either a blue W. Wait, a blue W. Wait, either way, this cell is never blue, because that's either yellow or it sees blue. So that cell is blue. That's beautiful. Okay. Blue F. Probably. Yeah, blue F works. Blue F definitely works. Yeah, it took forever to color that frickin' X. So this is definitely a line. So there's an edge here. So that comes out. And this could be almost anything. This could be an L or a Z. Well, it can't be an L because that touches the... Oh, this is ridiculous. So this is a Z and it's green. Oh my word, this is... And that resolves that this has to be yellow, that this has to be green, that this has to be yellow. That's just so... Wow, okay, wow. That is disgusting. That's so awesome. Hello, Math Pesto. Just catching the other end of another stream. Yeah, this one was really, really great. So I'm glad I didn't watch Zeta do it and got to do it myself. So that's either an L or a U. I don't know which one. Oh, but it could be a U that's red. Yeah, okay. So count cells, probably. So that's 4, 8, 12, 14, 16, 19 with this one. So we need to take one cell out of here. And that's a singular cell out. I think I counted that right. 4. Yeah, that's right. So now this can't go down because these two are connected. So this is a U. This comes out. Can't take that cell, so it needs to take that cell. This comes over, needs to make an I, so this is an F. Wow, okay, that was... Yeah, counting cells definitely worked. So now that's red. And that's a green-yellow pair, I guess? We don't know the order? Oh, that's annoying. So this comes out. Can't go up. So what does it do? Well, we know that one of these two, green or blue, is going to be a P here. So this one right over here, this 4x4, can't all be connected. Don't know how useful that is, actually. Hello, Nordy. Count bottom right. Won't that just result in divisible by 5? We don't know that? Well, this is either I, which makes this a P, or this is a V, which makes this a P. Could be YW? No, it can't. Those are two different colors. That would mean that, yeah, that green equals... that doesn't work. I'm just connecting, this is an extreme cell, so this cell and this cell are 5 cells away minimum. This cell and this cell are 5 cells away minimum. So I know those are the only two options by default. I know there's only two options just by the nature that these are 5 cells away. These are green, yellow pair. This is either blue or yellow. So what do we do? What do we do? We can't do that. And we can't do that. So the only option, if we took this cell, we would have to do that, which would make this an L. It's so cool. That is so, so cool. So let's just recap. So that if I take this yellow cell, my options are, oh no, wait, I can make an F. Crap, I could make an F. Okay, wait. Need to recalculate. I was thinking, so if I take this cell, either I do that, which is broken already because this cell's isolated, or I do that, which is a U, or I do that, which is an L, which creates another L. But I could do an F. So what's the option if I don't take this cell? Then I have to go down and I have to make a W, which, oh my word, that's beautiful. That is beautiful. If I take this cell, that makes a W, right? But this W is completely contained, right? I have to ring that. And this W touches on its border yellow, it touches blue, it touches green, and it touches red. So it can't be W. It needs to take the yellow and be an F. I don't know what Carl's point is, but that's just... like, that's something that you would say, like, if you're starting this rule set, you're like, huh, what if at the end there was a shape that it had two options, but one of them would make it so that it's a shape, but it touches all the other options, or all the other colors. And that's exactly what she did, and it's just, wow, okay. Beautiful. Very beautiful. I'm sure Zeta found a better way through that, but that's green now. So this is yellow. Whatever Carl said is probably the same. Okay, the same. This is blue. And it has to be a V. So now... so now the options here, over here, we can't let this be a P. But that's not intended because of the F. The F is doing more work than this P thing. So the F is saying that this can't be connected like that. So it already rules out a P. We know that's part of the same thing. We know that's part of the same thing. So if these are connected, they're either a T, which means this is a U, which seems fine. Or if they're not connected, then we get a Z, which is next to a Z. So they have to be connected, which means it has to be a T because we can't do an F, remember? And that has to be a U, which doesn't fix Oh, the coloring. The coloring will fix it. Oh, okay. This is beautiful. Okay, so the coloring is going to fix this. Let's see here. So let's remove these lines. And let's see what colors these are. So this one is blue. And this one is either... No, it is red. It is red. But the red one doesn't really matter because the blue one is saying that this is green, this is green. So the green is the P and the blue is the L. Wow, that is a really, really nice puzzle. Bravo, Nell. That was... How is that rated 88? That should be rated 100%. That was so nice. Is there no answer check? Or should I ring them or something? Oh, there's no answer check. It's not on. I see it. Okay, it's almost noon for me. And I just realized that I completely skipped a meeting. So, oh, okay. I see. I see. But it can check the Pentominous, right? Or the edges, right? So you could turn on the edge checker. Or the line checker. I wonder if the line checker would work. But I don't like the lines, so. Yeah. Not like a one-on-one meeting, but like a my group, my research group meeting. I kind of skipped it by accident. I didn't remember that was today, so I don't think I had it in my calendar. Oh, it's because it was bi-weekly during summer, so I thought that it was bi-weekly now, but I guess it's not. Whoopsie. It's okay. Yeah. I will probably be heading off then to eat lunch and quickly go apologize to colleagues. Okay. Have a great rest of your day. Subscribe, like the stream, comment, etc., etc. We have Patreon. If you have extra money around, sitting around, throw money at me if you want. If you like the stream, and come hang out on Saturday, where we're interviewing Grockles. And next week we have another interview guest, which will be announced maybe not right after Grockles, but soon after. And I think you guys are gonna really like that one. So yeah, have a great rest of your day. See you later.